Hi, this is a Canvas video from Greg. In this video, I'm going to show how to add a button to the Rich Content Editor. Buttons already exist throughout Canvas. The buttons include, for example, the Save or the Save and Publish button. These buttons take advantage of the style sheets that are built into Canvas, and we can take advantage of that too. In this example, I have a link, but I want to make that link a button. So to do that, I go into the HTML or code view of the Rich Content Editor. The elements that I want to change is the hyperlink, and that uses the A tag. And the attribute that I want to change is the class. Now there's already a class attribute here, so I'm going to add an additional one and do that by typing a comma at the end. Notice that the comma is before the quotation marks that close the value for the class attribute. After that comma, I type a space and the word button with a capital B. That word button with a capital B is calling forth the button style from the Canvas style sheet. And we can take a look at that not when we're in Rich Content Editor view, but when we save the changes that we've made. This is now a button. It's still a link, so when my users select it, they open up that web page. One more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colors of the button. Again, I go back into Edit View, select the Code View, and in this case I'm going to change the hyperlink elements, that A tag, by adding an attribute that is the style attribute. So I have the attribute separated by spaces on either side. Also for the attribute, I'm going to enclose its values in double quotation marks and precede those with an equal sign. So style equals double quotation marks. There are two things that I want to change about the button. I want to change the color in the background, and I also want to change the color of the text. So the background color is the value of background color, a hyphen in between the words background and color. I then type a colon, a space, and then I put in a color code. Color code is preceded by a hashtag, and I will again select that Save button. And it should be pretty obvious that this is way too low of a contrast between the text and the background of the button. So I'll change the color of the text. And to do that, I'm again in edit mode, looking at the code view. To add an additional value to the style attribute, I need to separate each value with a semicolon. The new value is color, and I happen to have the color code for that pink beige color, preceded by a hashtag. Again, the addition of a second class value is to separate the classes with a comma and a space. The addition of a second style value is to separate the style by a semicolon and a space. Then I can select the Save button, and we can now see that dark blue and that pink beige color. When I select the link, I just might find those two colors somewhere on this page.